Hi, we are going live right now. We are live right now. We are streaming live. And I'm going to wait for some people to join us right now before I describe how the show works, before I do any of that stuff, before I even say hello. I'm just going to be waiting right now until, a few people join up, and then we will begin to make it weird. First of all, thank you so much for indulging me in this. I'm not even indulging me, just being open to this. This is so much fun lately. This is show number 9. I don't know. I don't know if it's number 9, 10. I don't know what number it is. But I've been doing a bunch of, what do you mean we? It's just me doing this. Although I do have somebody that's going to be helping soon. His name is Jeff. And I really appreciate that. So hello to everybody who is in the stream right now. Hello to everybody who's on Facebook. Hello to everybody who is on YouTube and Twitch. It's good to have you here. I'm just going to wait for a few more people, if you guys don't mind, to start this thing. But I got some great questions today. I have some fantastic questions today. One I'm really looking forward to. I have, once again, in 3 categories. I don't even know if I'm going to let people choose categories anymore, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So we're getting some people now. So let's go ahead and officially start this damn show. I am still working on getting a theme song. This is not going to be my official theme song, but I just want to see how it feels to make it work. Okay, here we go, guys. Thanks for being here, by the way. Welcome to Make It Weird. I am your host, Terry James. I am a professional soul excavator. That's what I've been told I am, and I kind of like it. I kind of like that title a little bit. I'm here to find out who you really are. Who are you? It's very simple. This show is very simple. I'm going to put a phone number up on the screen, and you are going to call it. Only if you're brave enough and only if you have time enough, because the questions can get somewhat emotional. They could get somewhat sexy. They could get somewhat whatever. So you need to be in a good place to do this. And I really appreciate everybody who has the balls to do this, because not a lot of people, have that in their repertoire, so to speak. So we are all over the place. We are broadcasting live all over the world. We had some people from the UK last time and everything else, which is super cool. We are streaming across YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. 3 questions today as usual. No more. Okay, just 3 questions today as usual. So if you want to get in, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the phone number right now. If you would like to call that phone number. I would love to hear from you. While I wait, I'm just going to go ahead. And by the way, there's no small talk. No small talk whatsoever. Just going to find your name, and we're going to dive right into it and start from a place where both of us are maybe a little bit uncomfortable. So it's really fun. So I'm just waiting for you guys to call. That's the way this works. Nice to see you guys on YouTube. Nice to see you guys on Facebook. So and Twitch. Thanks a lot. But that phone number's there. Call it. Don't be a baby. Don't be a baby. We'll have some fun. It'll be good to get to know you. I've already made quite a few friends on this so far. So, and I know a lot of you people that are watching right now are just here to watch. But I would love to hear from you, and we will get this going. Just call that number right now that you see listed on the screen through an 0600 7764. I've been kind of poking around today. I'm on vacation still. The Lex and Terry show's on vacation. I'm on vacation. Been scrolling around online, just getting depressed. I mean, I've been watching all kinds of crazy. If you hum for 60 seconds, and they do this whole thing, if you hum for 60 seconds, it will increase your VO2 ratings, your VO2 levels, whatever the hell that means. How do you deal with anxiety? How do you deal with somebody who's a narcissist? Here's 4 steps to deal with a narcissist. Don't give them any information. Stuff like that. Don't engage with a narcissist. Don't give a narcissist the time of the day. Keep a narcissist at arm's length. All this pretty normal stuff. Nobody likes hanging out with one of those people. But nobody is calling right now. Call that number right now. We're just waiting for somebody brave enough to give it a call. We got the chat. Let me open up the chat. I forgot to open that up. Let's see how everybody is in the chat. Hello to Keith. Good to have you here. And Caleb and Sarah. Nice to see you. Danielle, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Eddie and Tommy and Gail, good to have you here as well. Gail, you're always here. Nice to see you. Just got to wait. Got to wait for somebody to call. Is people scared? You're in the chat. I don't want to bully people into calling. This is the worst part of the show. I thought it'd be the most fun part, just kind of being uncomfortable and sitting in that moment for a while till somebody calls. But I got some questions here right now. I'll give you the categories, even though I might not even ask the categories. Let's see here. It's Mellow Daniello. Nice to see you, Mellow Daniello. Call, baby. Your government name. That's right. I didn't notice. I was hoping I could see the small picture, but I can't see very far. All right, here we go. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get to leave this conversation, by the way, until you answer this question.
Okay.
If your ex described your naked body in a sentence, in a brutally honest sentence, what would your ex say about your body?
He didn't want it.
Well, that's
honestly, truly, he didn't want it because after I had our kid, it was like done.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that happens a lot with a lot of women?
I hope not. I pray that it doesn't happen. But even before we had our kid, it was like hard to get him to have sex with me.
Really?
Yeah, but he has other interests, I think.
Like other interest as in other women or men or what?
Men.
Really?
Yeah, because I found his old phone and he was saying very weird things to men.
Okay, I gotta know. What was the weird thing that you saw, and then how did that make you feel?
I realized that he was talking to people on Backpage, which I don't know exactly what that is. And but apparently there are people that do things I don't know. But and yeah, he was propositioning a lot of people all the time, and
yeah, propositioning men.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Hey, to each his own. But I mean, that's not fair to you.
I told him, I was like, if you want to have sex with men, have sex with men. I don't care.
Yeah, but would you care if he ended up coming back to you and having sex with you as well?
It would never happen.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, though. I mean, there's a lot could go wrong with that scenario, Sarah.
100%, and that's what I told him. I was like, oh, obviously you're not okay with me. I mean, we had a baby, but I mean that was like forceful to like have a kid,
mm-hmm.
But I was like, if you want to screw whoever you want, I don't care. Protect yourself and don't let my kid be around it.
Yeah, I would say protect yourself, and that includes protecting you and everything. So the guy's out of your life, right?
Well, he's still in my life because we have a kid.
But you know what I mean. Do you have a new man in your life? Do you have somebody else there now, or what?
No, I don't. I don't know if you remember me. Like, I had a liver transplant like 2 years ago, and I contacted you guys, Lex and Terry,
mm-hmm.
and talked to you guys about my liver transplant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't know if you remember me.
Yeah, I mean, I first of all, obviously, congratulations. Everything's working, right? You're healthy.
Oh yeah,
that's fantastic. Now, let's get back to this body thing. Do you think
Okay,
that
let's do it.
do you think that men tend to lose sexual interest in in their wife after they've had a baby?
I don't think so, because I think it's the most amazing. He always blamed it on his medication for his anxiety.
Mhm.
And he was like, I just don't have the sex drive, and all that stuff with me. But I was like, but then you go around and you are propositioning other
Earl.
people. And so
Some
you
dude
don't
named
want to have sex with me.
yeah, some dude named Earl's getting all the attention.
Yeah. And I even have a picture of the dude or
Oh,
the girl or the person, and not attractive at all.
yeah,
But whatever.
yeah, that's got to be did that make you question yourself at all? Cuz that's got to be tough.
100%.
Yeah, that's got to be really tough to deal with because you're wondering, what's wrong with me even though there's nothing wrong with you.
100%.
And you talked about how the first question for those of you that's just tuning in, I asked Sarah if your ex described your body in one sentence, a brutally honest sentence, what would they say? And Sarah said that they don't want it. I was not expecting that. I was expecting, put on weight or something like that, but
Well, he didn't want me apparently, but I mean that doesn't mean anything for anybody else. But I was not his thing that he wanted.
yeah. And how long ago was this? Obviously, he's in your life now, but how long ago did this go down? How old's your child?
He's 10.
10. So it's been a while or what?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah. And how are
Yeah.
are you happier without this guy in your life, or do you wish he was still around? I mean, because
We are the best co-parents ever. That everybody always says, "How are you guys not together?"
yeah,
Because I mean we're there for every holiday, together. We're always together.
yeah.
But I mean, it just he doesn't want me, and I don't want him.
How would he feel if a new man showed up in your life and your kid's life?
I don't know. That's a tough one, because I've even asked my kid. I was like, "Well, what if me and Daddy, like started dating other people?" And he's like, "I don't like it." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, okay."
Well, too bad, you little bitch.
Well, that's what I was like. If I need some, I need some.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it drives me crazy when I see parents asking and maybe it's just because I'm, the age range I'm in right now. But I never had choices. I can't even imagine my parents asking me, well, how would you feel if mommy started to date somebody, or how would you
But
feel?
here's the crazy thing, Carrie.
I never.
I have no desire to be with somebody. None.
Really, is that no sexual desires?
No sexual desire. Nothing.
God, it sounds like you guys could have been the perfect couple.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could have been one of those couples that just, have fun but save some money. got on each other's life insurance,
Right? I
something like
know.
that. So,
No,
well, I'm very glad that your transplant went well. Congratulations on that. That makes me feel really good. And I am confused by your life a little bit, but who am I to judge, right?
well, you can be
Yeah.
confused. I'm confused.
I hope that I believe that people deserve all kinds of great things in their life.
Oh, I know you do.
And I believe that no matter what it is you want, I believe that you deserve it and I believe you can have it. Do you focus on anything? Do you do anything like that to throw that out there, or are you just kind of accepting the way things are right now? Or do you have a little checklist of things that you really imagine the way your life to look?
I'm just kind of accepting everything, because it's like, this is what it is, and
I think
I
that's
don't have.
I'm not. This isn't an advice thing here, but as friends, I would tell you, I think you're doing yourself a disservice by accepting things. Accepting things is one of the worst things anybody can do, not just in a relationship, but in their life. Just go, well, I didn't have enough money, or I don't have the proper education, or I'm too old, which is something I'm dealing with right now, or all
You're
these
so young.
just accepting all these things. I I hate
But
seeing people.
what is wrong with accepting that I'm just, I'm happy with life and I don't need
Well,
a
there's
man or
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And see, you just busted me on my own little theory, and I appreciate that.
I love you so much.
I just don't I just don't like people. I just don't want to accept certain things in my life that I know that I visualized as something different, or I know that could be better, or like the
Right.
health issues. If you just accepted the fact that you had problems with your body, well, you never even went in for the transplant.
Right.
So you didn't accept that, and here you are living a great life right now, right?
Yeah. I'm living a great life.
All
But
right.
one thing also too is that, I don't have to have in my life, anybody else in my life to make me happy. Does that make sense?
Absolutely makes sense. I've always believed that if you're living your life for somebody else, you're really not living your life.
Exactly.
But I also believe that you can have somebody in your life, if you choose to do so, that enhances your life, that makes you try harder, that makes you think things differently, that you
And
look at them across the room and make eye contact and start laughing. All these really special little moments that you can have with somebody else.
that is one thing that I think that I will never have at this point in my life. But I admire it. I'm like a love story fiend, but I've never had the love story, if
Well,
that makes sense.
well, you know what? I just do this for me. Just for me. Just be open for it.
Oh, I
Don't
will.
accept like this is the way my life is. This is the way I'm always am. I'm not sexually attracted to anybody. Don't, just open your world up a little bit and see what's out there. I'm not telling you to get a guy or a girlfriend or anything like that. I'm just saying, be open for some magic to happen.
No, I will if I ever if I ever go out and hang out with people.
All right. Well, I got you. I got you. Thank you so much for calling. I really
Hey, when you
appreciate
come
it.
to Springfield, I'm trying to get to the golf where you guys come to Springfield. For the last 10 years, I was like, I would always just want to be out there with Lex and Terry because I
Well,
met you guys like 10 years ago,
mhm.
10 years, and so I mean, I hope to see you.
I hope to see you too.
I I just
We have
don't golf.
you don't have to go to the golf. Go to the on that Friday night. The golf tournament is on Saturday.
Uh
That
huh.
Friday night, I think we're going to be at a place called X Golf, but it has we're not golfing. We're just hanging out with people,
Right.
and people are drinking, and it's a very
Oh,
casual
be
thing.
prepared because it's going to be insane.
Well, if you can make it out there, I would love to see you, and I would love to buy you a drink.
I would love to hug you. So,
Okay, well, I'm here, baby.
all right. Well, I appreciate you so much.
Back at you. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. One down, two to go. Anybody else want to call that phone number right here? Go ahead and call that number right now. She's off. Thank you for waiting. Many times when we do this show that I'm talking to somebody and somebody will be calling in right away, but thanks for waiting. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody again in the chat. Hello, Heidi. Good to see you. That's right, Heidi. Never say never. She does sound like a great person, doesn't she? Hey, any chick that will let their husband bang whoever they want, just messing around. Let's see here. Hello, Greg, and hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody who is watching right now on YouTube. A lot of people over there. Hello to everybody on Facebook and Twitch. This is a very weird thing to do, as you're just kind of waiting for people to call. I've got a couple more questions. I don't believe the other two questions are of much of a sexual nature, but they are definitely designed to have a really good conversation. I love this. I really do. It's so much fun talking to people that don't take this the wrong way, that aren't celebrities, where I don't have to sit there and get a plug in, or there's certain subjects you have to stay away from. Oftentimes on a radio show, we have to do that. We'll get somebody, you have 4 minutes with them, you have 5 minutes, and they're like beeping in your ear. You hear this beeping in your ear of going, doot, doot. That means you're running late, or they're going to pull them off the air. Or, there's certain things you can't talk about. People in general, to me, excuse me, yeah, there's some douchebags out there, but people in general to me are so interesting. And just like I was talking to Sarah there, I had this thing where I didn't like people very much. People often disappoint me. And I found out that the reason why they disappoint me is because I have this way that I want them to behave, which is completely wrong. If somebody behaves in a manner that I don't dig, then I don't hang out with them. But if somebody behaves a certain way, that I would like to get to know them better. And this show, I can tell you that I have made friends already in these 7, 8, 9 episodes of it right now. That it's really good. It's really, really cool. I can't wait to see Sarah if we see her in Springfield. It'd be great. Excuse me for drinking. I'm just waiting for somebody else with the nerve to call. Okay? I don't mind waiting. You guys like the mug? My wife got me this mug, which is weird to me because she never asks me about my job. She never listens to any of my podcasts. She never does anything like this, but she overheard me telling somebody, explaining what this show idea was. And she actually went out of her way to tell me, hey man, this sounds like it's you. This sounds like something you're going to love. And I know right now, waiting for calls, it's a struggle. It is something that I will look back on in a year when the phone lines are going crazy and remember when I had to beg people to call. I've already heard from a couple of radio stations that want to know if I would put this on their radio station at night sometime and just take calls from people all over the place. I'm not opposed to anything, but right now I'm just kind of working on becoming a better listener, becoming a better interviewer, and really just connecting. I mean, we've made kind of really super cool community here, and I really like it. And thank you so much, Keith, who's on Facebook. He says it's a great show, Keith. That really means a lot. Let's see here. Let's go to Greg. First time catching this show, and I'm really liking it. Thank you, Greg. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. It's things like this that I see and the comments that people are leaving. I know that there's something here, and you guys are making it happen. So I'll just keep waiting. Okay, here, let me put that phone number back up again. The brand. Let me hit that thing again. Where's that text? Hold on a second here. So call that number. Don't be afraid to do it. Call the number now, and we'll do another call. But any questions in the comments that I could handle? You guys want to have a question for me? Because all this stuff will get edited out when it turns into a YouTube post and also turns into a podcast. This stuff's gone. This is why you got to be here. This stuff is gone. It just, they tell you to get right to the point, and I'm trying to play by their rules. I really would like this to turn into something. Let's see here. Let's go to this one. Terry, help me with my grieving process dealing with the loss of my father. Well, thank you. Helped me. I remember this call, and you helped me. You helped me as well. Remember a couple things, and that one episode, I still think back at because I was having a hard time remembering what my mom looked like, and then I got challenged by you guys about it, and it really brought it into perspective for me. So, just waiting. I think people are secretly just loving me, watching me do this, but I don't care. I'm caring less and less and less about things, aren't I? Danielle, Mellow Danielle, it's just a dice roll. There's so much I don't want to answer. It is a dice roll, Danielle. Mellow Daniello, who I love her, by the way. But do it. What's the worst that could happen? You're going to learn about yourself. You'll learn about me. That's the worst that could happen. It's not like I'm asking anybody here to divulge anything. You have every right to say, when I asked her about the guy thing with her husband, she could have easily said, "Yeah, I don't want to go down that road," and I would have respected that. After I asked her 20 more times. Listen, you know me, all right? There's going to be some humor in this damn show, but there's also going to be a lot of heart. Look at people in the chat are wanting Mellow Daniello to call. Not coffee, ice water. I already had 2 espressos today. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch the Dodger Padre game tonight. I'm going to watch some of the Seahawk game tonight. We were going to go out to eat, but it's raining here in Seattle. And we usually walk everywhere we go. So just waiting, guys. Any questions? Anybody have any questions for me? Be glad to do a little Q&A if you guys want while we wait for somebody to call that number. Hey, Twitch, good to see you guys. Keep twitching it. Keep doing the twitchy things. I really see Twitch becoming a big part of this show. A lot of people are on Twitch. A lot of streamers are on Twitch. A lot of people they get it over on Twitch. All right, there we go. What's your name?
Danielle. Hello, Mr. James. You gonna make me cry? Are we gonna get therapeutic? What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know because I don't know. Here we go. When was the last time you truly felt like you were broken? And what did you do about it? This question actually made me cry. Somebody asked me this question, and I took a deep breath, and about 30 things popped into my mind, which is probably what made me cry, that I had that many to choose from.
It's an interesting question because I don't have a definitive line in the sand, this is what it is moment.
Oh,
I am
great.
a very roller coaster type person.
Mhm.
So I would say that there is on average once a month, twice a month that I do feel absolutely broken to a point of not being able to function. It is not depression, but it is a push to get up, do the daily things that you need to continue in that routine. So I think when you deal with that many roller coasters of broken, you never really hit that true rock bottom where you can't function because you can pull yourself through so quickly. It's really a mind training situation.
And I think a lot of people know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. What do you do to make sure you don't hit rock bottom?
It is consistent routine. Very different for very different people. I've learned through my many years of dealing with this and life in general, it's a consistent routine. If I'm spiraling out, we lean into the routines harder. And that may be just following a set of guidelines of things that I like to accomplish in the morning before sitting down at my desk, or a list of things that I like to have done before I wash my face in the evening. Sometimes if it's bad, it is a rigid structure out to a 15-minute by 15-minute billable like a lawyer situation to hold myself accountable. But it's knowing internally what you need for that push to get forward. And it comes with years of learning.
Wow. That is fantastic. I just, when you go to that level, when you start to feel that level, are you able to sense it coming on? Like, oh crap.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you can nip it in the bud sometimes before it even gets to a level where you got to go, consciously go, I got to get back to my checklist of things to do, take my mind off of this shit.
Oh, definitely. And it really depends on the circumstances and what kind of level it is. Sometimes you kind of
after training yourself for so long, you get yourself in check before you realize it's happening. Sometimes you let it spiral out for a day or two and realize, shit, I just wasted 48 hours of my life. I have to pull this back together. And you go in hyperdrive for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But it's learning yourself mentally, learning yourself physically, and learning the warning signs of it before you get to a point that you are broken on the floor, can't get up.
Yeah, Jeff, Zach here said, have you ever hit rock bottom? And I don't know if that's to you or me. Obviously it's not you, because you stop yourself.
Oh,
You're very good.
We're talking retrospectively in my 30s, early 20s. There's a reason that I don't hit rock bottom anymore, and it's because you hit it so many times in your 20s that you never want to go back to it.
Yeah, I never hit my rock bottoms until, in the 20s. I was just so hopeful. And even in my 30s, you can recover from mistakes that you make easier because you got time. Now I find myself feeling like I'm just hovering above rock bottom sometimes. And it's because of being unsure about what the future holds. What's AI going to do to people? What's this world looking like right now? Did I move to the right? I'm just constantly questioning myself. Am I going to have a job? And things
That's
like that.
Overthinking your life, though. It's finding the piece that you've made it this far without hitting a rock bottom that you couldn't climb back out of.
Yeah.
There's a level of peace and hopefulness in that.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it in this long, what are the chances of it actually happening?
The chances are that probably more in my favor of it happening because it hasn't happened. That's the way. That's
a very anxiety way to look at this, Terry.
It's weird because I don't ever consider myself to have a lot of anxiety. I do a lot of inner work. I do a lot of introspective stuff, and I know when I screwed up. I never blame anybody else. It's never anybody else's fault. I could usually trace anything back to a decision I made at a certain time where, oh man, if I didn't do that, then this wouldn't have happened. And I also do that in the positive sense. If I never took this job, which I wasn't going to take in San Jose, California, and San Francisco area, I never would have met Sherry. A lot of great things come from stuff, but there's a lot of fear in my life right now of not having enough money, not having enough, doing something that I don't enjoy, because I've been so lucky so long to be able to do the things that I love, and I want that to continue. And sometimes I feel like, well, yeah, the rug might be getting pulled out from under our foot here, so I don't know.
It's all about finding the joy in things that you shouldn't be finding the joy in.
I guess so.
If it's a lack of money, it's finding the joy in you're living a more simplistic life and you're getting back to basics. It's a very much mindset of even in the worst times, find a bit of joy. You make the bad decisions that lead you down a bad road, but you could have made worse decisions that went down a worse road. You don't know if the light at the end of the tunnel would have been there had you not made that bad decision that led you there.
Yeah,
I mean, this is coming from someone. I went through very tumultuous 20s. There were financial insecurities. There was a divorce. There was a splitting up with my family and not talking to them. And it is in the times that it's hard now that you're looking back in post 15, 20 years, you see where these very hard decisions that could have been classified as rock bottom changed my trajectory and how I viewed things and led me to bigger and better things. It was a necessary evil that you needed to get to. Whether it was enjoyable at the moment, I wouldn't be where I was if those specific things hadn't happened to me.
Man, it's time to give you this show.
Could never be on a podcast that long. Do you know how hard it is for me not to hit the vape this entire time?
No, this is so good. I'm really glad you called, and I really appreciate you on a lot of different levels, not just the fact that you wear high heels. I
know, it's amazing.
I know. I really appreciate you on so many levels, and now it's even deeper.
Well, it was a pleasure, Mr. James.
I got to see another cool side of you, and you just keep impressing me, Daniello.
Well, when we draft next week, you can add another thing to your layer.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and you have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Wow. How good was that, people? How awesome was that? Daniello letting it rock. That was great. I learned so much. This is what I love about this thing. Okay. If anybody out there would still like to call, I got one question left. We don't have to do it, but I got one question left. And it's not, I'm looking at it right now. It shouldn't scare anybody, but it'll make you think. That's for sure. That's what this is all about. I love the idea of this show. This really means a lot. There's going to be a lot of, playing around with the format. I kind of like the categories that I have going on right now. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Is that Jeff going to be he might be the partner on this show. Jeff is a really good guy, but like he is like me. He wants to do things that affect people in a positive way. He wants to connect with people as well. Jeff is pretty much in that industry. I don't want to give too much away, but he's in the education field. And you don't get into that for the money. You get into that because you want to change some lives. You want to help some people out. Here we go. What's your name?
Greg.
Greg. Forget your job, Greg. Forget your hobbies and all your titles and any awards that you've won or anything like that. Who are you when nobody's watching? Who are you when you don't have to be something you're not? Or you don't have to act that role? Because I go around a lot having to be Terry of the Lex and Terry show. And it's a role that I completely love, but it's a role. It's not always who I am. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let people down when they meet me, because they have this certain image of me. And that's one of my biggest fears when we're talking to Danielle. It's not that I want people to like me. I just don't want to do something to let them down. Does that make sense? So,
Absolutely.
So who are you when nobody's watching? Who are you?
Man, that's a hard question because
Good.
I feel like I kind of live who I am, or I've gotten to a place where I can, but it takes all my time because kind of just like you, I'm a kind of a giver by nature, with not a lot of self-confidence. I don't know if that makes sense either.
No, it makes perfect sense. I think that a lot of people who are givers by nature, which I am, I'm always looking to help somebody in any way that I can. And I think it's because I want to be liked. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm never looking for a response or a thank you, but I think it's because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So being a giver by nature by you, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Do you?
No, but it ends up being lonely in my free time because I throw all that into my work. And, I don't know, I don't feel like it's an even trade anymore. And I don't really have the energy to do a whole lot outside the work because of how demanding my job is. And it's kind of a, catch-22. I live comfortable, but it's lonely.
Yeah. Well, so there's your answer right there, by the way. Who are you when no one's watching? You're lonely. And you have reasons for it. And I get that. I get that a lot. I get into this argument or discussion. I don't want to say argument with my wife a lot. She loves to be social. She loves to go out. She loves to do things. And because of my job, my nature, the job is social, this type of stuff, it's social. And I like being lonely. I like doing things by myself. I don't think it's fair to her because she wants to get out and see the world. And I'm like, screw the world. I need a nap.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of a introvert by nature also, but I'm forced to be an extrovert at my job. So it can be kind of exhausting. And so it kind of puts me at a disadvantage too to socialize anymore. I've lost a lot of trust in people, and also with the job I have, I can't really have a trusting relationship in the position I found myself in at work. I so you know I don't know. It's like have I had too much ambition at work and not focused on? It's hard for me to find a balance. And then I find myself really awkward when I try to put myself out there anymore. And I used to not be this way. So it's kind of came over me. I raised my son on my own, and he recently graduated, and I'm
Awesome.
really proud of him.
Awesome.
But
You should be proud of you too.
but I focused all on that for those years, and now he's grown and a professional of his own, and I've done pretty well for myself. But it leaves me, it'd still be nice to have, I don't know, it'd be nice to have a few more closer people around, I guess.
Yeah, like there were one of the earlier calls. I think if you just opened yourself up for that and it's not go out looking, because I think when people force themselves to, I'm going to go out and find friends. But I've seen Sarah on our show do this a lot. She got through a relationship and she said, screw it, I'm just going to join a running club. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I've watched her just, her life completely change. She should write a book on that stuff.
Yeah.
But you talked about being an introvert, and I had this same discussion with my wife Sherry the other day, and she describes me as an introvert. But on my job, like you have to be an extrovert, you know. And
Yeah.
to me, it's not even being an introvert. I just like searching for inner peace, you know. And I want peaceful days in my life. I want to be able to know
Exactly.
that I got enough money to retire. I want to know that my family is healthy and happy. And I want to know that my job is going to be okay. And I know that all of those things coming together all on one day is impossible almost. But I search for these peaceful days and peaceful moments in my life. And to me, that's not being introverted. And that includes not hanging out with people who bring havoc into my life. Why would I want to hang out with somebody who's going to say something at a dinner party that I'm going to have to get him out of a fight with or something like that? I
I guess I've experienced plenty of that myself. So that, I mean, yeah, you're nail on the head with all that. I feel all that you just said, all of it.
So let's go back to this, because here's another thing that I noticed you and I have in common, and that's what I love about this show. You identify a lot with your profession, with your job. And
Yeah,
and I mean, I love,
I guess I do.
I've, and it's good if you like your job. If you're good at your job and you like it, it's okay to be that person. But most people don't have that in their lives. Most people, once they're done off the clock, they get home, they never think about it again until the next day when they go, oh crap, I got to go in. And I don't like being Terry of the Lex and Terry show all the time. It's kind of a weird thing, like I talked about it. You got to own it, but I'm not knocking it down, because God, I created it. I wanted this, but I also want people to know that no, we're just people. We are just people doing a job, and that's all it is. So what is it? I think you would have told me by now what you do for a living if you wanted to. So I pick up on hints, but.
Well, I work for the Department of Defense. So, I feel like that I got eyeballs on me all the time.
And you do.
And I do.
Yeah,
and
you
I
do.
need to, it has to be that way.
Yeah.
But it's also, and like you said, I'm proud of what I've accomplished, and I'm kind of living my dream job. But there's also this other side of that I didn't expect.
Yeah. Well, Greg. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I guess I lost my thought on that.
No, it's all right.
Um,
It's all right. You and I have a lot in common. If you and I have a lot in common, I think a lot of other people listening to this have. I've shared a lot of stuff you're talking about there. Congratulations, first of all, on everything you're doing and all the success you've had being a single father, raising a functioning adult. I mean, that's got to. If I had a kid,
he's got a doctor in his title.
oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Dr. J. No, but I have a doctor in my title too, but it cost me $30 from the Church of Light, whatever it is.
He's going to be paying a little bit more for that, for his, I think.
I do have a legitimate doctorate of divinity, which is crazy.
Very nice.
Well, congratulations on everything. And I hope you do get out a little bit more. I hope you take some
Hey,
of that.
I'm going to be in Seattle in a few weeks. We talked online.
Oh, that's
I
right.
hope I
That's
get
you.
to have a coffee with you.
Absolutely. I am going to be coming home from Springfield on that Sunday. So
Maybe Monday or Tuesday.
So Monday or Tuesday, and I no longer live right downtown. I moved a little bit, but yes, we will definitely hook up. I'd love to have coffee with you, man.
Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy.
I've loved your show.
I appreciate
Much
it.
success.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being a big part of it. You're gonna.
All right. Good night.
All right, buddy. You too. Look at that. How fun is that? I love that. I want to show what some of these other comments out there. This comes from Patricia. It says, "Oh my goodness, I don't know how I found this. I used to listen all the time. Great to hear you again. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate it." Let's go to David. David from Pensacola says, "Hey, finally caught a live episode. Glad it's going well. This is great. This is fantastic. Thank you so much to everybody for being a part of this. I hope you have a great weekend. The edited version of this show will post on Monday, I think Monday, but I might even do some more before then. I mean, I have a sickness. If Sherry goes to bed, she falls asleep and I hear going, doing her Sherry deep breathing stuff. I could tiptoe out of there and I could come down here and I could fire up this stuff and I could talk to some pretty freaking amazing people. Thank you again to Mello Daniello. You are fantastic. Thank you so much, Sarah. It was great from hearing from you. And Greg, I hope I get a chance to see you when you're here. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to call. Please share and like the show. Do all that stuff that YouTube asks you to do. I'm trying to get to a level to where they open up more things for you to do, or so. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I do have a friend I was talking about, the guy that was in here, the chat a little earlier, Jeff, who's in the learning thing, and he wants to help me with this. Every podcast that I've done, Jeff has said, "Hey man, how can I help you? How can I be a part of it?" And I always felt very guilty. I always felt like, well, I don't have any money to pay you. And I don't even know what I need. And all these things are new. I don't know how to do these things. I know how to do a radio show. I know how to do that. And he said that he would like to help. So I don't care, And I said, I'm not looking for an employee. I'm not looking for somebody. I'm looking for a partner. And so Jeff is going to be that guy for a little bit. He's going to try to do some stuff behind the scenes, maybe help bring up the phone calls. But today went pretty damn smooth. I really appreciate it, man. So it's really cool to see you guys and to read what you're saying in the chat, which just distracted me there, by the way. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And I'll probably be on again later this weekend. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Thank you.